Yeah, so welcome guys. Today I have another friend of mine, a guest from, he will introduce himself. We're going to have just a little bit of discussion. As you know, this channel mainly it focuses on the experience and we share some sort of experience from different places, like the foreigners who reside in Taiwan. So yeah, here we go. So what's up, man?
Yeah, uh,
How is it going?
it's going great.
How is the typhoon treating you and the weather in Taiwan?
The weather is just too hot somehow.
Yeah, so if you compare the weather in Taiwan and your country,
It's almost the same thing, but Taiwan is more humid.
humid.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let us begin. So for those who they don't recognize you, you can introduce yourself and where are you coming from?
All right. My name is Kabir Muhammad Kabir. Well, people call me Junior because I have my dad's name.
So are you Muslim?
Yeah, Muslim.
I find quite very difficult for Muslims to survive in Taiwan. So how do you do it?
I survive. I'm surviving.
Really? Yeah, because as you know, like mostly in Taiwan, the food they put it with some sort of pork.
Or pork oil. Yeah, but you just find your own ways to deal with that.
So everything is going well.
Yeah, everything is.
Okay, so like, what did it motivate you to study in Taiwan? Like, how
Also,
did you end up here?
for me, it's not really motivation. It's like I didn't even choose to come to Taiwan.
Yeah. So how did you get this opportunity to come to Taiwan? Did you come by a scholarship or do you pay your own tuition fee and stuff?
I pay my own tuition fee and
Also,
everything.
you're coming from the Prince family, rich.
No, not that. It's just average family.
Okay. So I have a very interesting question. Like for as you mentioned, you're coming from Nigeria.
Yeah.
And mostly Nigerians have been banned from many countries too.
A lot.
Yeah.
Even African countries now.
Really?
Yeah, I just saw. I think 2 weeks ago. You can't go to Seychelles. You know Seychelles?
Yeah, I'm not too sure.
I think they banned Nigerians from Seychelles.
Wow. So how did you like? I'm curious your story. Like, how did you manage to? How do you get the opportunity and fight for it?
For me, it's okay. I have like a Taiwanese dad somehow.
Really?
It's my dad's not Taiwanese, but it's
I
my
understand.
dad's friend.
Uh-huh.
So he has a company in Nigeria.
All right.
I think it's part of the Maxis Tires company.
Okay.
He owns one in Nigeria, so it's my dad's friend, and they was like, "Oh, just take your kid to Taiwan. It's a good place to study there."
Oh, so you have a very strong sponsorship.
Yeah. So
Yeah, that's like I think that's the very basic, and I think that's the reason why you're here. Because I've been in Taiwan for almost 6 years right now, and I've only met Nigerians who are working here, they're doing business. I've never met any Nigerian student.
Really?
You're the first one.
Wow.
So I was
I
surprised.
also have a brother here.
A brother
Yeah, my junior brother is also. He just graduated this semester.
this
Last
semester.
year.
Oh, okay. Which university?
Mingdao Dashi.
Yeah,
It's
where is
in
it?
Changhua. Changhua.
Changhua. In the central Taiwan or northern part?
It's close to Taichung.
Oh.
Yeah.
And which university are you studying in Taiwan?
Mingdao University.
Mingdao.
Yeah.
Mingdao is in Taichung?
No, it's Changhua.
Changhua.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like in the countryside, so it's not that popular.
Yeah. So did you face like any challenges on your process of moving to Taiwan?
Not really, because I already had the connects to come. The only the only problem first was I came during COVID. I think I was one of the only Africans that came to Taiwan during COVID.
Yeah, like
Because,
2019 or 2020?
2020.
2020.
Yeah. So I came like in the midst of the whole COVID thing. It was hard for me to even get the visa. They had to call.
Yeah, there's a lot of policy.
They had to make different calls and then. But then I ended up getting it.
Wow. So, did you face any challenges on your process, like, or because you already have some a personal?
It wasn't even like for me. It wasn't even a process. Like it just bring your papers. I already have everything they need, so I just submit everything there and say, okay, come back next week. It wasn't even the school. They started contacting me directly from when I started processing everything. So every day, whatever they need, they just talk to me directly. They connected me with one of the international office people. So they're always texting me. They actually, it's just like they wanted me to come. It's not, there's no challenge about that.
So I understand, like in Nigeria, there's a lot of. I mean, Nigeria is the biggest nation in Africa with the highest population.
The giants of Africa.
Yeah. So I think a lot of youth, like us, we are two African boys here right now. So they are fighting to, like, they want to change their lives to maybe move abroad and find better life or opportunities and work, like from studies. So I know you have some friends back home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So are they contacting you and asking you how the process?
A lot of them are trying to move, but I think I have two people now that want me to help them find. They want to come to Taiwan and do their masters here.
Oh, okay.
Everyone is just trying to leave, but that's not the option for us. If everyone leaves, who's going to run the country?
Yeah, so, okay, for the case of masters, I think it's not quite difficult when it comes to Taiwan education. Like, if you apply, you get the scholarship, but it depends on the diplomacy and also the status of the country. So do you think it will be easy for them as for they're coming from Nigeria?
I think Nigeria and Taiwan has a good relationship, so it's...
So it will not be that different.
No, it will be that difficult.
Yeah, I think that's very good.
But I know of someone that has applied to come to Taiwan for, I think, it was also during COVID. They didn't give him the visa. They seized his papers. They took it to in the Nigerian embassy to Taiwan. They said that he faked his documents and whatever. They went to the court. After he won the case in court, but still the embassy didn't give him visa still.
Yeah. So talking about fake, why in Nigeria there are so many scammers? Can you tell us? We need to understand this. Yeah, you are representing your brothers and sisters.
The main reason for scammers in Nigeria is everyone is just trying to find a way to live,
to survive.
It's not, they don't have any, like, they don't have a lot of opportunities or options to do. So, and if you come through like all this scamming thing and you're like, oh, just today I just made this, the drive that comes with you getting money like that you have never thought of even getting that kind of money. It's just hustling.
Yeah, like, do you know a global musician, Akon, right?
Yeah, I know Akon.
2 weeks ago, I think he mentioned like Nigerians are very smart.
On Drink Champs, right? I saw it.
Yeah, you saw it.
Yeah, I saw that.
He mentioned like, he said, but they just don't know where to put their, they're using it, their smartness in the wrong place.
Yeah, Nigerians are really smart. We just need a lot of opportunities that maybe the government should try to help the youth, because the youth are the country.
Okay.
They're actually the country. We have the percentage of the youth in Nigeria is too much, and the population also, and there's nothing for them to do. That's why most of them turn into scamming. In Nigeria, if you're trying to find a job, if you don't know someone that knows someone, it's very hard for you to even find a job.
Oh.
No matter how many degrees you have.
I think that is like a typical thing for Africans, nations, right?
Kind of.
Yeah, so I think how can I put that? Like, I don't really like that, you know?
Yeah.
Like, if you have the qualifications and you're qualified to do the job, I think the person should be given.
Like here in Taiwan, I notice most of, like, I think the final years, like if you're in the final year, you have to go for an IT, right? Mm-hmm. And from the IT, mostly they start working from then. So if you graduate, you still go back and keep working. Mm. But in Nigeria, we don't have those kind of options. I don't think in Africa we have countries that have those type of options. You are assured that after your whole IT, you are going to find a job there.
Oh, yeah, like we don't have the straight system that will take account like to the fresh graduates and into the jobs. Do you trust our educational system in Africa? Does it prepare us to work, or does it prepare us to hunt for jobs?
Most of well, the thing is, you don't even find a job even if you're educated. It's very hard for you to find a job even if you're educated. But the education system in Africa, I think some countries, like Nigeria, I know we have schools, not the government schools. The government schools is the teachers just come to just teach you whatever they want to teach you and just leave. But if you go to like private schools, all those, and most of them are not even that expensive.
Yeah.
The education is very good because I'm a Hausa tribe. You know Hausa?
Yeah, I've heard of that. Like in Nigerians, there's Hausa,
Igbo, and Yoruba.
In Yoruba.
Yeah,
That's the biggest one.
I'm from the north.
Okay.
It's very hard for you to grow up in the north and speak English.
Okay.
If you are not from a educated family that wants you to. Because I have a lot of friends that if they speak, you're not going to understand what they say.
Oh, so you have to like go to a very private school. Or
you have to go to a very good school, and from then also if your parents have to run that. Because I think in my family you don't speak the local language when we have a small baby in the house until they grow up. Then we start speaking the local language for them. We all speak English.
Oh, for sure.
So you have to perfect your English from childhood. Yeah.
I think that's very interesting. It's quite different. Like in some other African nations, like for instance, in my country, Tanzania,
Yeah.
we have 100, like more than 120 tribes.
Wow.
And we have one national language, which is Swahili. Have you heard of Swahili?
Yeah. I have.
Do you know some simple words of it?
I know Swahili is one of the most popular.
Yeah, it's one of the first tribal languages in Africa right now. Yeah. And so if you're looking, maybe in the future, if you're looking forward to do business and go to East Africa, you probably have to know some
Swahili.
In my country, there's a lot of Nigerians doing business over there right now.
Yeah.
Especially in entertainment business.
Yeah. And Nigerians are everywhere.
Everywhere. Nigerians everywhere.
Everywhere. You find Nigerians in where you don't think you're going to see.
Yeah, even in the villages in Taiwan,
yeah.
you can find a Nigerian. Why? Why are you guys like?
We're just
you are very confident and to relocate in remote places. Sometimes you don't find Nigerians in urban places. You can also find them in remote places.
We're just used to. We can adapt to every situation.
Everywhere, every situation.
We have seen everything. What do you want to see?
So I want to know what drives you to that. Like, what drives you to be open to adapt any situation in life?
It's just maybe I can say like maybe we are just too social Nigerians.
Okay.
We can go anywhere. We can communicate with anyone we want to. As far as communication, even if we say body language, like here in Taiwan, I don't speak much Chinese, but I know how to communicate with Taiwanese, even if it's with body language.
Yeah. So also speaking about communication, Nigerians, they have a very unique style of communicating. I've been in you may think like they're fighting, right? In a very loud voice.
Yeah, but that also has to do with the Yoruba.
Oh, so it depends the tribe.
Yeah, the Yoruba people, if they're speaking to you, you feel like they're fighting you.
Oh,
well, that's just how they talk. While the Hausa people are very calm. Like we don't even like talking that much. And the Igbo people in Nigeria are the most. Every business, everywhere you go in the world and see a Nigerian doing business, I assure you, one way or the other, it's an Igbo person.
Okay.
That's all they're known for, business everywhere.
Wow, that's very interesting. Okay, we can take just a very short break, then we proceed, right?
All right.